Justin Trudeau has been rapidly expanding Canada's federal workforce to mask the cracks in our crumbling economy. This surge in public sector hiring allows the government to brag about job growth, but it's nothing more than short-term manipulation that saddles taxpayers with an enormous long-term burden. Since taking office, Trudeau has added roughly 100,000 federal employees. At an average salary of $82,000 per employee, this alone costs taxpayers $8.2 billion annually. But that's just the start. Employers must also pay matching CPP and EI contributions, which add another $539 million annually. Operational costs, including office space, equipment, and benefits, tack on an additional $720 million per year. Then there's the looming pension burden. Each employee is eligible for lifetime benefits averaging $32,800 annually after 20 years of service. With pensions indexed to inflation, this cost balloons to over $61 billion for 15 years of retirement. Added all together, and the taxpayer price tag exceeds $250 billion over 20 years. Keep in mind, all of these figures are calculating the cost of Trudeau's 100,000 new hires. As of 2023, the federal public service has just shy of 360,000 employees. Maintaining Canada's current federal workforce will cost taxpayers nearly $1 trillion over the next 20 years. This staggering figure highlights the unsustainable nature of the federal bureaucracy and underscores the urgent need for reform. Let's put this into perspective by making a comparison to the United States. When adjusted for population, Canada's federal bureaucracy is nearly double the size of the US. If scaled to an equivalent US population of 345 million, Canada's public service would employ 3.1 million bureaucrats, far exceeding the 1.8 million in the US. Even more revealing, at an equivalent scale, Canada has more federal government employees than the United States, but far fewer federally employed military personnel. While the US prioritizes defense and national security, Canada has redirected its resources towards an ever-expanding administrative state, aka useless bureaucrats who do absolutely nothing that can be considered economically productive. Such reckless growth isn't just a budgetary issue, it's a systemic failure akin to an economic tumor. Despite the ballooning workforce, Canadians endure poor service delivery, government inefficiencies, and wasteful spending. Rather than fostering innovation or solving urgent national challenges, Trudeau's administration has prioritized growing the bureaucracy to inflate economic metrics artificially. The cost to taxpayers is staggering, but the opportunity cost may be even greater. Every dollar funneled into this bloated bureaucracy is a dollar not spent on meaningful solutions to Canada's pressing issues. A leaner, more efficient public service isn't just desirable, it's essential to safeguarding Canada's economic future.